Erica's finest recipes. Today we have chili on the menu. So what you're going to need with chili is ground beef. I would personally select the lean kind because your husband is not going to know the difference, neither are your children. So make sure you get that lean where it's any type of percentage, by the way. You're going to need that. You're going to need seasoning for the ground beef. You're going to need your kidney beans, and you're also going to need pinto beans. It doesn't really matter what size. My husband and them, they don't really like kidney beans, so I just got this small pan and a big pan of the pinto. You're also going to need 2 tomatoes. I've already cut up 1 tomato, and also some chili brand. And any type of chili brand doesn't really matter what kind. There's many out there. Today we will be using this kind to complete our chili recipe. So after you cut up your tomatoes, you're going to preheat the on your stove top. Preheat a pot, getting ready so that we can mix up the ground beef in here. So make sure you get that going. That way you don't ever have to just sit there and just wait for that sucker to turn on, you know? Now, one thing that I like about chili is that you can use it in different types of ways, such as you can put it on your hot dog. When kids like Arthur likes to do it like that. And you can also put sour cream on it with cheese, with some crackers. My husband prefers it with Ritz crackers. However you like it, and it's really, really good when it's cold outside. That's the best time to have it. And it's kind of cold out there today, so it's a good time to start making it. And it's not that expensive. In fact, I have learned that one of the poorest person is the one that came up with this chili. They just mixed up these recipes. So we are going to put our ground beef. I have 1 pound and 1.79 pounds in here, ready to cook. So get your little spatula and follow me to cook this. You see how it's sizzling already? You hear that? So then you're going to season your meat. Now, chili does tend to have, a heartburn. So make sure you don't use too much seasoning because you don't want to give the other person a heartburn. The last thing you need is for somebody to say, girl, your chili gave me a horrible heartburn. So be careful with how much seasoning you put in there. Now, I would put this on like halfway while it cooks. And I would say that this is going to take about, just for this alone, the ground beef, it's going to take about 20 minutes. So we're going to let this cook, and we will be right back to show you what else to put on there when it's ready. So now that the chili is almost done, it's done. You see how it's not too burned and it's not undercooked? Now we're ready to add the rest. So we're going to put in the tomatoes. Remember, that's 2 tomatoes. Mix that in there. You could use 1 tomato if you really don't like tomatoes as well. Then we're going to drain the kidney beans. I always leave the top on there so I can drain it like such. Drain the beans. And we are ready to pour them in here. I'm not going to put up all the beans. Well, yeah, I might as well just put them all in there. Kidney beans. As well as the chili. We are going to stir it. Add Stir it up. By the way, when I put the ground beef in there, make sure you don't have to add any water in there, because what happens is that the ground beef itself, it already lets out the water and the grease or whatnot. So no, it's not required. Also, you're going to put 1 cup and a half of water. So 1 cup and a half. Going to put of water, and we're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes. So stir it up real good so the seasoning can get all up in there. Stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. And you leave it on halfway, about right here. Put it on number like 4. And put the top on it and let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then it'll be ready to serve. See you in a short bit. All right, so the chili is done here. Look how soupy and delicious it looks. Not a lot of kidney beans in there. Smells delicious. I'm going to taste it real quick. Now I want to give you a little factor here for those of you that are on a diet. Statistics show that it's only 247 calories if you have a cup of chili made in lean ground beef. So what you can do is you can put some sour cream on it. Of course, this adds a little fat to it, you know what I mean? And some cheese to your liking. And you will have the perfect chili. Now get your little cracker. And I'm going to just get a little taste in here. My famous chili, even though it's real hot. That was delicious. That was delicious. Now, compared to people that have chili cook-offs, this is just like the basic chili. Just FYI, for those that might be like, oh, that's not how you make chili or whatnot. This is the basic way, but it's so delicious. Now it's time to close out. Before I leave you guys, I am going to give you a quick word of encouragement, and it is coming from John 15:7. If you remain in me and follow my teaching, you can ask anything you want, and it will be given to you. So until next time, you have been chilied out, and until next time, I hope you guys have a blessed one. See you next time. Ciao.